Hey guys, here's today's video about our features. Today I want to show you how to manually add a listing. So this is useful if you already have sellers and you want to move them into your platform. The reason that would be important to do is one, so that you can keep track of all of your tasks that are coming up. You can do quick edits on the property. The people can go in, and if they need to change something, instead of calling you or waiting till the next business day, the actual sellers can also edit things on their property and you get a notice. So say they want to change the description of the property, they can just go into their dashboard at that point and make those edits, and then you get notice about it. They can also request price changes on the dashboard. So, there's a bunch of different things they can do. One of the best things that comes through here is they can view their offers. So the offers will then come through here, and you'll need to make sure on MLS that you put all people submit offers through whatever your website is. Mine is erinzachary.ilist.co. And they would need to submit offers that way so that your client sees it. And this is not a way, you shouldn't have to discount your commission just because you're running it through here. That seems silly. What I do is, and I know some people do different rates for different services they offer and things like that, and that's fine. But I had somebody say, well, I want to charge full commission, so I don't want to load them into the system. No, this is a value added system for every seller, no matter what. So this person right here for mine, this is a full price seller. And what I did with her is I took my computer to the listing appointment. We added a listing, and then together we filled out all of her information together. Okay. I took my laser measure, measured everything, filled it all out together. When I got home, I put it in the MLS for, so that way it was done. But we did all of this together. And so then, and of course I took the documents you need to take. So here's documents. So I took the listing agreement, the IABS, all of those things to the listing appointment as well, and had them sign those there. And then when I got home, I uploaded them, and then I clicked this button and I shared them with her. Now, anytime she goes to her dashboard, she has these documents. So to me, it's a value added for every seller because their documents, everything related to their property is stored in their dashboard, and you're leaving the listing appointment having performed your, full service listing things that you normally do, except for instead of leaving them with a package of papers, you leave them with a login and a password, and then they can access their property at any time. I also left this seller with a T47 and request and the seller's disclosure. She filled those out, and she can actually scan them in and upload them to her dashboard for you. So she's not having to email them to you and then you do it. You can say, hey, when you get these filled out, just upload them to your dashboard. Or I've had sellers that I'll run over to their house and grab them real quick and then scan them in. But either way, all of their documents are stored here. And as long as you're sharing them with her, so all of these are shared with my client, okay? So she has access to all of these documents at all times, which is extremely useful because then they're not losing them or anything like that, okay? So anyway, that's one thing. So then on the offers, when I have an offer that comes in, of course, I review it. I call the buyer's agent and make sure there's nothing else I need to be aware of, check on title company, all those different kinds of things. And then I will text the client just right here in the dashboard. You can text them right there, remember? But I'll text the client and let them know, excuse me, that I received an offer, I've reviewed it, and that give her a couple of thoughts on it, and then have her open it up. And then at that time, we go through it together right here on the dashboard and what that would look like. And then together we decide whether I'm going to accept it, counter it, or just outright reject it on the dashboard. Now for my full commission clients, I do all of this for them. It's quick, it's easy, but they get complete transparency to everything without having a whole bunch of papers to shuffle around. Everything is stored in one spot, which is a huge value added to them. Also, the ease of being able to get a hold of you, because we're out showing, we're doing things like that, and if they need to make a change, instead of calling you and trying to track you down or whatever, they can go into their dashboard themselves, and their dashboard would look like this, where they can then change different things about their home. So they can do that, excuse me, they can change different things about their home on their own. And then you'll get a notification right here. This pending changes will be red. And when you click on pending changes, it will tell you what you need to edit on the MLS. So that way nothing gets missed. All right. If they request a price reduction, so this client in particular, I had talked to her about reducing the price. She decided to reduce the price. She could actually go in and edit the price on her own, and it would let me know that I need to make a price reduction for her. So that's value added to your sellers for sure. The other thing is right here in their dashboard, when an offer comes in and it's been accepted, they will have a calendar pop up on their dashboard. Okay. And their calendar has all of the pertinent dates. So if we have a task, oh, this one's not under contract. When you get a property under contract, it auto populates all of the tasks that need to happen in a traditional real estate transaction. And it auto fills dates for approximately when those usually need to be done. Now you can adjust those dates according to your transaction. And what it does is it lets the seller know all of the things that you're doing behind the scenes. So it kind of proves your value to the sellers, if you will. So they can say, oh, wow, they're doing all of these things. Also, it holds your feet to the fire because the sellers can see all that you're doing. And if something comes due and you haven't contacted them or it hasn't been checked off, so they can also see when tasks are complete. If you haven't checked it off, then they might be like, hey, what are you doing? Right? So it's value added that it's completely transparent. They know what's going on. They're not left in the dark. There's some times where we're so busy doing things behind the scene and we're busting our rear for this property. The seller may not have a clue that that's going on. The dashboard lets them see when you complete those tasks that you're actually doing your job and working. Now, a word of caution, it will never replace you actually reaching out to your seller. So don't forget to do that as well. Another value added for a seller is this marketing score right here. This marketing score, you want it to be as close to 90 or above as you can get. You see this one is low. This particular seller, in my opinion, is priced high. Their marketing score is comprised of price, okay, it's priced high, photos, property details, and showings, okay? So you rate these. Price, it's priced high, okay? Photos are good, property details are good, showings are easy. Now, your client also sees this marketing score on their end. And it's one of those things where you can have a frank conversation about them if their property is not selling, about, well, your property is not marketable. Okay. It's not as marketable as the other properties. We need this number up to be about 90. Okay. So this is a great number. It's a great conversation starter. They can click this number on their dashboard as well, and it takes them to this screen. And they can see that the price is the issue. So they can reduce the price. And I actually just reduced this one. So I'm going to go ahead and reduce it here and update it. Okay. Now it's still priced high, but the marketing score went from 69 to 73 because it's closer to what the market says it's worth. So that's going to be a great tool for your sellers. You can, on your dashboard, when you go to quick edit, down here is where you do, these are the things that go into the marketing score. Okay, this is your opinion of value for the property. This is what it bases if it's priced too high or too low or just right. This is where you can say it's got good photos, a complete MLS, and easy showing. So if I take any of these off, the marketing score goes down. Okay, I don't want to do any of that because I've already adjusted it. And it's changed the price already. And see, I changed the price and automatically put a task right here for me to change the price on MLS. I've already done that. So I'm going to say, yes, I already posted it to MLS. Okay, I'm going to upload the MLS proof. So this is essentially the PDF of the new listing from Netris. I'm going to upload it to that task. So it's there, and I'm going to save and complete. So my record keeping is all there. It's all in one spot. Which is just like a sidebar. I wanted to show you some of the benefits to sellers, especially. If you have any questions about these or anything else, feel free to give me a call. There's many more benefits to the sellers. Those are just some of the highlights, and why I think it's very important that if you have active sellers, you go ahead and enter their listings in here. You will have to go in and put some property information in to make the system accept it, but it doesn't take long at all. Your sellers get access to the amazing platform, the offer management system, and the transparency behind their transactions, as well as document storage. So I would strongly suggest doing that. If you run into issues, give me a shout. Y'all have a blessed day.